Children, everywhere we are fighting either with our fear or with our insecurities of career and future or with our boredom and emotions. And you might be knowing that our soldiers are also fighting at the border for the security of the country. So time is taxing, I will only say. We must stay united and strong to come up as survivor. So try to take up every topic in the most elaborate form, and at my level best I can say that yes, I have not left any topic incomplete or partially taken. Since my last class I have started solving the questions related to the different activities given in the chapter time to time. In my today's class, my agenda will be to solve the different questions given in the exercise of the chapter. At the end of the chapter, you might have seen that the NCERT exercises are there. So these questions are mixed questions, which will be knowledge based question, application based question. Everything will be found here. So naturally, it is going to be very useful to assess our knowledge. So what is given in the first question, that you have to apply the idea that has been given in the chapter about the separation method. So you will identify the mixture, and after identifying the mixture you will apply the separation method, and that is the answer, nothing more. What is given in the first question? Sodium chloride from its solution in water. What separation method will be right to separate the sodium chloride from its solution? Here I will say that you can go for the two separation method together. Either you simply do the evaporation, but what is the problem with the evaporation? That it will lose the volatile part of the mixture, which is a water, and it will give you back the sodium chloride, which is the salt. But here the separation is half done because you are losing one fraction. What is the actual separation? That we collect every fraction at the end of the separation. So salination process, which is nothing but the simple distillation, will be exactly right here. So because after this evaporation and condensation taken together, which is called distillation, we can get back both of the fraction equally good. Now ammonium chloride from a mixture containing sodium chloride and ammonium chloride. How you will separate ammonium chloride from this mixture, which has salt, common salt, sodium chloride and ammonium chloride? So naturally we will identify the mixture, and after identifying we will find that the ammonium chloride is your what? Sublimating substance. Might have been remembering, and the sodium chloride is some simple substance, is non-sublimating. So we will go for the sublimation process, and we will separate ammonium chloride, and what will be left behind in the china dish after this will be your nothing but the common salt. Now the next question is, a small piece of metal in the engine oil of a car. Boys, what you will do here? It is a confusing question. Piece of metal, we always get confused that is it iron, or if it is iron, then can it be the magnetic separation? No. The small pieces of metal can be any metal. So, and it is metals are insoluble, and engine oil is a liquid. So whenever we have any solvent and insoluble solid, we go for the filtration process. So here we will filter the mixture, and we will separate the metal as a residue and the engine oil as the filtrate. Now different pigments from an extract of flower petals. Here we can apply nothing else but the chromatography, which is the right separation method to identify the different pigments from the color, and color is your nothing but extract of flower. Butter from curd, you can answer it is centrifugation or churning. Oil from water, you can go for the what? Separating funnel. You will use a separating funnel which does the separation on the basis of sedimentation and nothing else. The separation method is sedimentation, but we are using a special type of apparatus which is used to separate immiscible liquid like oil and water. Tea leaves from tea. Naturally it is filtration. Every day we do it several times. Iron pins from sand. Here you can apply magnetic separation because the sand is non-magnetic and iron is magnetic. Wheat grains from husk. Here it is the mixture of lighter and heavier component. Husk is lighter and wheat grain is heavier, so winnowing will be the right process. Fine mud particles suspended in water. Here we can go for the filtration process as well as centrifugation process also, not the sedimentation, because it is given that the fine mud particles, which are usually clay, so they will not settle at the bottom easily. Here we can filter the mixture, or we can centrifuge it also. Here we are having a value based question where while making tea, what will be different parts as a solution, solvent, etc. has been given. So try to identify. So when we prepare tea, what will be the solution? The tea itself will be the solution, because it is a solution of what? Sugar and water and milk. It will be a colloidal solution. Solvent will be what? Solvent will be water. Then solute will be what? Solute will be your sugar. Then what will dissolve? Dissolve, it will, sugar will be dissolved. What is soluble? Soluble is your sugar. What is insoluble? Insoluble is your tea leaves. What is filtrate? Tea as a whole is filtrate. Then what is residue? Tea leaves are residue. Now here you can see that another question has been given which demands your knowledge about the solubility of the substance in the water. While I have always given you this knowledge about the solubility because it's totally related to the concentration of the solution. Solubility is what? It is nothing but the amount of the salt dissolved in the 100 gram of water at the fixed temperature. So here you will see that the temperature is variable and the different salts are given, and you have to find out that what is the solubility of the salt at the different temperatures, and you can just, it is nothing but you have to see the table. It is a comprehensive question. Just look at the table and relate with the question. Like write what mass of potassium nitrate would be needed to produce a saturated solution of potassium nitrate in 50 grams of water at 313 Kelvin. So go in the column where the potassium nitrate is given and 313 Kelvin. So 62 gram it is given. But what is problem with the 62 gram? That it has been dissolved in 100 gram of water, because the solubility is always counted in 100 gram, and it is in the question it has been asked that what will be the amount in 50 grams. So just make it half and it will be a 31 grams. So similarly you will find I'm not going to give every answer. It is similar questions which are given in the B, C and D as well. We'll try to solve. So here you can see clearly that some terms are given and you have to explain it. First is your saturated solution. That solution will be called saturated, which can no more dissolve any solute. Means its dissolution capacity is over at a fixed temperature. That will be your saturated solution. Pure substance is what? Elements compound together are the pure substance, because they have their fixed melting, boiling point, etc., and has been discussed several times during the chapter or the explanation also. What is colloid? Colloid is that type of solution where we find the intermediate situation in the form of solubility. It is partial in the form of your either homogeneous or heterogeneous. Then you will say that it is heterogeneous but looks like homogeneous. Everything is confusing here. Can't be filtered by the filtration process and can be filtered by the centrifugation process. Appears translucent, and the visibility of the particle is neither invisible nor visible, but it is also visible in the bulk, not individually. Suspension. What is suspension? Suspension is nothing but that type of mixture where we find layering in the solution, and that is separated by your filtration process. It is a heterogeneous mixture and has the visibility, and it is stable or unstable. It is unstable, whereas the colloid is stable. Classify each of the following as the homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. That you have to find out yourself. Soda water is what? Nothing but the fizzy drink. Soda water has the sodium bicarb dissolved in the water, and that is your nothing but the homogeneous mixture. The soluble salt is your sodium bicarbonate. Wood is what? Wood is the heterogeneous, but it is mixture. Air is what? It is homogeneous, but it is mixture. The soil is what? It is also heterogeneous and mixture. Vinegar is what? Vinegar is the homogeneous mixture. Then your filtered tea can't be called as the homogeneous because it is a colloidal mixture, so appears homogeneous but it is heterogeneous. So a nice question here, that how would you confirm that a colorless liquid given to you is pure water? So children, nothing you have to do. You will just start boiling the water and you will set up the thermometer inside it, and you will see that what is the boiling point. When you will find the boiling point, then the temperature will get fixed. That is the identification of achieving the boiling point. And if it is getting fixed at exactly 100 degrees Celsius boil, then it will be a pure water, because the pure water ideally it starts boiling at 100 degrees Celsius. Now question number 7. Which of the following materials fall in the category of pure substance? Ice is what? Just water, pure substance. Milk is a mixture, impure substance. Iron is pure substance. Hydrochloric acid will not be a pure substance. Here you can argue that ma'am, it is a compound. Why can't we call it pure? Because the compounds are also pure. But here hydrochloric acid is a gaseous substance, and to make it an acidic substance we dissolve it in the water. So it is a mixture of hydrochloric acid which is gaseous with water. It is not a mixture, pure substance, but it's a mixture. Calcium oxide, pure substance because it is a compound. Mercury, purest form, element, compound, not compound, just element, purest. Brick, mixture, it is not pure. Wood, not pure. Air, not pure. Here, identify the solution among the following mixtures. Solution you have to identify. Here in the NCERT, every time when you will read solution, you will assume it as your true solution. Soil, not solution. Seawater, solution because the true solution of heavily dissolved salt in water. Air, true solution. Gaseous true solution is air. Keep it in mind because it is homogeneous. Coal, not solution. Soda water, solution. 9. Which of the following will show Tyndall effect? Try to identify. Salt solution, true solution. Will not exhibit Tyndall effect because it is the characteristic property of colloidal mixture. Milk will beautifully exhibit Tyndall effect. Copper sulfate solution will not. Starch solution will do in its best way. Classify the following into elements, compounds and mixture. Sodium, element. Soil, mixture. Sugar solution, mixture. Silver, element. Calcium carbonate, compound. Tin, element. Silicon, element. Coal, mixture. Air, mixture. Soap, mixture. Methane, compound. Carbon dioxide, compound. Blood, mixture. Colloidal mixture. Which of the following are chemical changes? Now here we will have discussion over the physical and chemical growth of a plant. It is an irreversible process, chemical change. Rusting of iron, chemical change because it is the chemical reaction of iron with oxygen and water of the air. Mixing of iron fillings and sand. It is just a physical mixing which can be separated by the magnetic separation process, physical change. Cooking of food, chemical change because the cooked food can't be reversed back to the raw. Digestion of food, chemical change, totally chemical change because it is nothing but the assimilation and digestion etc. which are several processes involved with the active enzymes and all. Freezing of water, just a change of state, physical change. Burning of a candle, always a burning is a chemical change. So boys, I try to take up the exercise of the chapter. We have discussed it in totality and now I am expecting that you will solve it yourself without any error.